Next, International FIFA Date. This program is brought to you by the new Nike Clash Collection, Verizon 4G LTE, America's fastest 4G network.
Welcome everybody to MetLife Stadium, and a friendly that's not so friendly for many. One of the biggest rivalries in world football, arguably probably the biggest rivalry in world football right now. Brazil, the five-time world champions, facing off against Argentina, the two-time winners themselves, 15-time Copa America champs, as they face a young Brazil side looking to get a real true litmus test as to how far they progressed during this cycle under Manu Menezes. I'm Juan Arango alongside George Metellus. Glad to have you all on board for this matchup as the Brazilian side, the Canarinha, getting ready to face what is probably the biggest test they're going to have during this streak of matches, George.
Yeah, absolutely. It is an excellent test to see how well Manu Menezes has his team prepared for the Olympics. And going up against Argentina is always a great matchup.
Ahora empieza la temporada más exquisita del año en Subway, la temporada de aguacates. Ven hoy y date el gusto de comer suave y rico aguacate en el sabroso Turkey and Bacon Avocado. O agrégalo a tu sub favorito. Subway, come sabroso y fresco.
Atínale bien y podrías ganar gratis una entrada para la película Brave de Disney Pixar. Encuentra los códigos en cada comida Subway Fresh Fit para niños. 1 de cada 5 gana. Ven hoy a Subway. Subway, come sabroso y fresco.
¿Qué es todo eso?
Así es como llevo toda mi música conmigo.
Para eso presentamos el nuevo smartphone HTC One S de T-Mobile.
A ver.
Mira, tiene Google Play y con nuestra poderosa red 4G puedes hacer streaming de toda tu música favorita.
¡Wow! Es toda la música que tengo en casa.
Presentamos el nuevo HTC One S con sonido auténtico de Beats Audio, exclusivo de T-Mobile. Haz streaming de toda tu música donde quiera que vayas con la red 4G más grande del país.
T-Mobile.
Los jueves llamo a mi tío Gumercindo a Guajuapan. Nuestras conversaciones son breves. Yo le digo, hola tío, y él dice, cambia de tarjeta y se corta. Y es que hay que ver cómo se comen mis minutos los cargos escondidos. Tardo más en marcar PIN que en hablar. Eso no me molesta. Como tampoco tengo mucho que contar.
You are watching International FIFA Date.
Right there we see former Sunderland player Alejandro Sabella, and now Manu Menezes, man that helped Corinthians get back to the top flight, also helped them get, well, quite a bit of recognition during the past couple of seasons, replacing none other than Dunga on the Brazilian bench. Lots might not be at stake, but of course, the biggest thing of all between these two sides, as we see right there, an incredible setting, well over 83,000 fans in attendance at MetLife Stadium. And George, it's going to be incredible to see these two sides just really go at it. And of course, they do have their respective weaknesses as well.
Well, you mentioned that there wasn't lots at stake, maybe not a trophy or anything official like that, but there's something that is at stake that's very important, pride. This is the 93rd meeting between these two teams, all times in all competitions. 34 wins for Brazil, 34 wins for Argentina, 24 draws. So lots of pride at stake.
Here's Brazil starting things out as referee Jair Marufo of the U.S. says, let's get started. Marcelo starting to press high. He's going to be a very vital part of that back line. We're going to check out how both teams are standing as Argentina making a couple of changes compared to their 4-0 win against Ecuador. And it'll be, well, Brazil start out with Rafael, Danilo, It's going to be Bruno Uvini starting out instead of Thiago Silva, Juan Marcelo, Romulo, Sandro, Oscar, Hulk, Leandro Damião, and Neymar will be the men for Manu Menezes.
For Argentina in goal, you have Romero, Zabaleta, Fernandez Garay, and Clemente Rodriguez. Sosa, Gago, Mascherano, Di Maria, and Messi and Higuain for Alejandro Sabella. Jose Sosa replacing Sergio Aguero. That's the main change from the Ecuador match.
Alejandro Sabella, well, was very adamant about it. Here's Neymar going right through the Argentine defense. Nice passes to the middle. But it's going to be right there. Sergio Romero calming things down. Goalkeeper that's been back and forth going transcontinental the past couple of days, as he's part of his contract stipulation with Sampdoria was to be able to play with the Argentine national team. And here's Neymar again trying to look for none other than Leandro Damião into the middle as the ball goes out wide. Quickly that as the ball goes. We see right there Bruno Uvini Bortolanza, native of Sao Paulo, over in Capivari, getting his second ever cap, part of that 2011 Under-20 World Cup winner alongside Casemiro as well. Here's Hoki going to Marcelo, back going to Hoki, but the lane was shut down rather quick. Oscar, the Internacional de Porto Alegre man, going to Marcelo. Hulk dropping back, spinning around, losing the ball in the process as the ball gets knocked away by Clemente Rodriguez. Bruno Vini against Juan as the big man in the back, the man from Belo Horizonte. Here's Neymar. Neymar with the shot goes wide of target. And the first serious set of circumstances going off of the foot of that young man, the 20-year-old, looking to make a difference against a very suspect Argentine defense.
Well, one of the big criticisms in Brazil's loss to Mexico was that Neymar was maybe pinned too far on the left side of the pitch, didn't get enough touches. Even Pelé came out and was very vocal about that. So I'm sure that Mano Menezes said, okay, Neymar, you might start on the left side, but you have free reign to do what you want and get enough possession, and that's going to be very important for Brazil in this match.
One thing that you have to really look at right now is seeing how Pablo Zabaleta and Clemente Rodriguez are playing on opposite sides. Normally, Clemente Rodriguez playing as a left back, Zabaleta on the right. It's going to be interesting to see how that change ends up affecting the Argentine defense. It has so far. Here's Marcelo on the attack as he holds the ball, being covered by Di Maria as well as none other than Fernando Gago. We'll see if Fernando Gago ends up remaining at AS Roma or if he ends up returning to Real Madrid. All signs looking, still based on the negotiations, that he might be a merengue again next season. Here's Rafael Silva going to Oscar. Puts the ball into the middle. Brazil being very aggressive. Here's Sandro. And again, it's Chiquito Romero.
When you talk about Gago, there was also a couple of some interest from other Italian teams as well, with Inter Milan inquiring.
Again, Argentina struggling with Neymar in the middle. The defense really not being able to get out of their own half of the pitch. And now a man is down and play is stopped.
Yeah, that's Leandro Damião, the striker for Inter Porto Alegre. And you mentioned it, Juan, Argentina is struggling. And when Neymar has free reign to do what he wants to do and has the space, it's dangerous.
Got struck there by Fede Fernandez, the man from Napoli.
That's going to be a matchup to watch there. Javier Mascherano against Neymar, to see how Mascherano, the Barcelona midfielder, what he can do to possibly contain Neymar.
Mascherano, we mentioned it before, off the air especially, Mascherano is going to be dropping back and giving support to both Fede Fernandez as well as Ezequiel Garay. And he's pretty much going to be a pseudo third central defender, as well as doing double duty in the middle as a defensive midfielder, allowing Fernando Gago to press out. but it's going to be interesting to see how he's able to relay into both roles during this match, something that Alejandro Sabella mentioned on many occasions. Juan complicating himself amongst the attack by Gonzalo Higuain. Sandro back to Juan, trying to loop it over to Marcelo. Instead it goes over to Hook. Oh, increíble, trying to pass it to Marcelo. A quick reset again, pass into space. Now Hoki trying to get through. Good sweeping challenge there by Fede Fernandez, and Brazil still with possession. Neymar not able to keep the ball in. Is it Brazil's ball? I think not. It's going to be Argentina's ball, as we're already 7 minutes in to this encounter at MetLife Stadium.
And you can already see these first 7 minutes how much more lively and animated Oseleção have been compared to the first few minutes against Mexico. That rest certainly helped them, but they don't want to be embarrassed by their arch rival. So Brazil showing great energy in the first few minutes here.
Premiership winning Pablo Zabaleta, dropping it into Ezequiel Garay. Fernando Gago going out wide to Angel Di Maria. Di Maria trying to slot it through, and Gonzalo Higuain offside.
And that's going to be, we talked about Neymar and what he might do against Mascherano. What about Higuain and Messi against Juan and Bruno Uvini, I should say. That is something to watch right there. Whenever Argentina do build up their possession, those two young center backs will have a devil of a time going up against Messi and Higuain.
Ball's being possessed by Sandro. Now it's Romulo going outside to Oscar. You're starting to hear the chants. Brazil, Brazil. On the other end, Argentine fans answering out. Marcelo with the shot that ends up being almost a throw-in in the opposite side.
And during this stretch of games for Brazil, many people have said that Marcelo has been the best player from his left back position, and there's even talk that he might be the best left back in the world. That's how much Marcelo has improved over the last few years and how valuable he has become for Brazil.
As much as people might not want to agree, you got to credit one man for that, and it's Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
No, you have to. Yes, you do. I mean,
I'm not disputing that. I said yeah.
He's really changed the way he's perceived the game and how he's been able to, be able to have a balance. Before, he was mostly all attack and very susceptible on defense. You still have a balance there, but I think it's starting to even out a little bit more, and that's when you start seeing how really good Marcelo could be. I mean, and many forget how young Marcelo is. Marcelo is just 24.
Yeah.
He just turned 24 this past May. So, I mean, he still has a great amount of upside to his career, and that's saying a lot for a player of his caliber.
And he is a veteran at Real Madrid. He's been there, at least 5-6 years now from Fluminense. So he's just going to continue to get better and grow.
Mascherano opening the game up to Clemente Rodriguez, who now goes back to his natural position. As now it's Fede Fernandez to Di Maria. The run being made by Zabaleta as Lionel Messi gets one of his first touches, and that we're going to see in the World Soccer Masters Tour as it heads to Miami. The shot from outside. Argentina with Angel Di Maria, and the first opportunity for the Albiceleste coming off a throw-in. Already 10 minutes in, still scoreless, but we still are seeing some back-to-back, box-to-box action going on right now.
Yep, we're still waiting on the magic that these two teams can produce. We've seen some clever touches, but the magic that makes these two teams legendary, so special, we're just waiting for that yet. But I'm sure we're going to see that very soon. I mean, the quality all over the park is incredible.
As it's Rafael Cabral. And that was a Copa Lib winner just last year with Santos. Against the ball being cleared improperly. Neymar waiting for Hulk to come out. Neymar with the shots. Could not wait for Hulk, could not wait for Leandro Damião either. Instead, he takes it in front and does everything that he always does in the Brasileirão. Let's try and go towards goal.
And they have to close down on Neymar. They cannot allow him to have all that room to operate. Argentina have to find a way to get body, get physical with Neymar. Neymar is a skinny guy, strong, but still skinny. You got to get physical with him and don't give him any space to operate because he will score some spectacular goals. I mean, the one he scored against Flamengo is still one of the most unbelievable goals I've seen. They got to get physical with him and shut down his spaces.
Alejandro Sabella not looking too pleased so far with what his team's been able to put out on the pitch so far. And now here's the break. Argentina 3-on-5. But you have the equalizer, which is Messi coming through. And it cleared out at the last second by Bruno Vini. Now Oscar looking to make something happen, turns around, twirls it into the middle for Sandro. Sandro looking, trying to go again. Check that Romulo as Messi recovers. Messi in the area. Well, anything I say would be just piling on. Marcelo.
Well, one thing Brazil did good there is get enough people, as many people as you can around Messi.
Tremendous crunching challenge.
Yeah,
as
deserve it.
Fernando Gago went after Neymar. The bad news was that the ball was about 2 or 3 yards in the other direction. And Jair Marufo comes out. You see right there, Romulo and Javier Mascherano doing a number there on Romulo. Man from Vasco da Gama. But Brazil, so far in these early few minutes, George, has really been able to find a lot of spaces in that Argentine defense and really haven't seen any adjustments yet, especially by either Gago, Mascherano, and the two central defenders.
Yeah, they're allowing Neymar all those opportunity, all that space to create and to cause all kind of havoc, and there he goes again.
Neymar going through the middle, trying to split through the defense. Argentina standing solid, now looking for the break on the opposite side. Trying to dump it through. Rafael, little hesitation coming out, but the ball goes right to Marcelo. As now it's Fernando Gago looking to start the attack. Argentina starting to settle down a little bit, as it's Angel Di Maria going up against his Real Madrid teammate. And now Hoki trying to look for Neymar. The ball gets deflected. We continue on action on the opposite side. Everything going into the middle of the pitch as Lionel Messi drops it back to Pablo Zabaleta. Javier Mascherano, one of the stars that you'll be seeing on June 23rd. That'll be one of the players that Lionel Messi will be playing alongside on that particular day. Right here, gets fouled by Leandro Damião, and Argentina with the ball as we reach the 14th minute. Clemente putting on the brakes, trying to partner up with El Príncipe as the Prince trying to go through, finding Clemente again, trying to work things on the left side. As again, it's Argentina possessing, stepping. Clemente has some space. Clemente trying to cross it in, and the ball is covered by Marcelo, brings it down, clears it out. Brazil already starting to feel what Argentina can do, as the first couple of minutes belong to the Canarinha. Now everything is pretty much all albiceleste at this point. Nice move into the middle. Here it goes. And there it went. As again, Brazil able to give spaces, but also able to recover in the process as well.
And Di Maria, that special touch right there. You saw a great combination of passing on the left side between Clemente Rodriguez and Jose Sosa. And those wings, that will be key for Argentina. Di Maria and Sosa, if they can fly up and down, get some help from Clemente Rodriguez and Zabaleta, it will cause a lot of problems for the Brazilian defense.
Juan dumping it deep, as the Argentine defense, a little bit of miscommunication there between Zabaleta and Garay. And right there, the goalkeeper, Sergio Romero, calming things down just a little bit.
Seen Leandro Damião, not much influence in this match yet. We've seen Hulk with some touches, Neymar doing some damage, but Damião just hasn't been able to find that rhythm yet.
Dumping it deep as it goes over. Here's a chance from outside. Romero coming up with a save as he denies Hulk with the opening goal of the match. First corner kick of the encounter is going to be in favor of Brazil.
And Oscar the youngster, the number 10. When you wear that number 10 shirt for Brazil, a lot of responsibilities, but he shows the great playmaking vision to find Hulky running down the left side, and the Porto man, probably future Chelsea man, coming up with a big shot, and Romero with a massive save.
Neymar with the corner. Watch out, because Juan can also be a threat in these set pieces.
Ooh.
Romero up to the challenge. Now again, Marcelo putting it back into the box, but it's going to be Romero clinging on to that air ball and just waiting for his team to start to go out and end up thwarting this attack by the Brazilians. Already 17 minutes in, no score here at MetLife Stadium. I'm Juan Arango alongside George Metellus. Glad to have you all on board for this FIFA International matchup between two rivals that historically, well, they've always been there as far as any competition that they've been in. Always a contender perennially. Oscar gets around Mascherano, opens things up for Marcelo. Marcelo diagonal pass, trying to beat the Argentine defense. It goes out wide. Is Hulk able to recover it? Is it a foul? Oh,
yeah,
yes, it is. Jay Marufo finding that, pretty much that little shove by the big man.
You saw Oscar with the pass that set up the first dangerous opportunity, first real good scoring opportunity for Brazil. I was a little surprised he got the start. I thought that maybe Wellington Nem, the Fluminense player, would get a chance. Didn't make the lineup, obviously. Not that Oscar has been playing poorly, but I thought Mano Menezes might try something different. Didn't work, but so far Oscar has played well and showing the talent that he has.
You might see Wellington Nem, though, player that, I mean, I've been raving about for about a season and a half already, and a player that did a great deal for Figueirense last season, helping them reach the Copa Sudamericana this year. Now seeing them compete, match that you saw here on Goal TV, saw them play against Corinthians. Now he's playing his craft at Fluminense yet again, and his level, his form allowed him to be able to get a call up from Manu Menezes, and now he might get a chance on this afternoon.
Saw some great hustle there by Federico Fernandez, number 17 for Argentina, center back, to defend prevent Brazil, if I could get the words out, from doing more damage in the middle.
Romero, as he's pressured by Neymar, skies it up in the air, recovered by Sandro. Well, scot-free, but the Spurs man decides to take it down the line, has to bring it back, and it's still going to be Brazil ball. Marcelo looking to reset quickly. Didn't have anybody to partner up with. Romulo posting himself right in front of him as Marcelo, again, a complicated ball. Argentina recovers, and it's going to be Pablo Zabaleta dropping it back to Chiquito Romero. Chiquito meaning small. The ball goes off of the back of Leandro Damião. But the big guy again.
And
remember, Sergio Romero with a basketball background. Played basketball in his younger days back in Argentina. Now currently being the netminder for La Samp.
And remember,
Sosa, former Bayern Munich man, dropping it back to Clemente. And numero 4, Mascherano. Messi, as you hear the crowd starting to go into a roar. Marcelo right there. As the ball goes right back, Fernando Gago says, let's reset things. Mascherano, former Boca central defender, going up with the River defensive midfielder, should I say. Let me change positions here. Di Maria trying to knife that ball through for Lionel.
We've seen Neymar pressure Romero. We've seen Damião pressure Romero. Might be some film study there that says, okay, might not be too good with the ball at his feet. Let's put him under pressure and see what we can do here. So,
watch out. He can take a shot from outside. It goes outside to Rafael. He crosses it into the middle. It squirts through between the legs of Clemente Rodriguez. It's going to be a throw-in for Brazil. Already 21 minutes in. No score, but Brazil have had the lion's share of opportunities, also have monopolized the ball just a little bit more than the Argentines have. Here's Oscar. Sandro to Marcelo. Putting it in, trying to look inside for Hulky. And it's Romulo. Neymar trying to go give and go. It goes over to Neymar. Is he on? No.
Oh, that was a sweet touch by Neymar.
He's had the space to be able to show off just a little bit, hasn't he?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? Another factor that must be playing in Neymar's mind is that you got Messi on the other side. You know, those two players are always compared. Now, look, to me, Messi's the best player in the world. Neymar is the reigning South American Player of the Year. But that's the star matchup. And I'm sure maybe in his mind, Neymar is thinking, okay, I got to perform just as well, just to show that I can be in the same league as Messi.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think more that he wants to get rid of the ball quick so he doesn't get kicked. That's pretty much what I think.
Oh, no, man, he's not scared. He's not afraid of any defenders.
But I don't know. I didn't say he was afraid.
In the back of his mind, I think he wants to prove that he is up there with Messi, just a little bit, and just the competitive part of it, you know, just a little bit.
I don't know about that. Well, we'll see. There's still lots of time. I don't think it'll be based on just one match alone, though.
Well, obviously not, but I'm just saying for right now in this match.
Hulk, as he loses track of the ball. Clemente Rodriguez winning the ball in the air. Garay just comes from behind, and right there, the call goes in favor of Brazil. It's going to be a free kick for the Verde Amarela. But here you're going to see Hulk already in position, and Garay just steamrolling past him. Strangers, as they both have locked horns on more than one occasion in the Liga Sagres.
Garay for Benfica.
The ball goes through, and Brazil score! Yes, it is! It's a goal for Brazil! As they take the lead 1-0. Argentina were caught napping there just a little bit. And right there it goes. Romulo Borges Monteiro gives Brazil the lead 1-0 at MetLife Stadium.
And everybody was thinking offside. It completely froze the Argentine defense. You see 3 or 4 Argentine players with their hands up, but you play toward the whistle, and Romulo coming up big for the Verde Amarela, and Brazil up 1-0, just outsmarting Argentina on that sequence.
His 7th cap, his first goal for the Verde Amarela, and it's Romulo getting the goal for Brazil. So the man from Vasco da Gama giving Brazil that if you've seen how the run of play has gone, you would definitely you'd agree with us that they would definitely have earned it. Brazil caught Argentina napping, and you see right here again, Hulky on the recovery, but gets called for the foul.
And one thing we've noticed in the last few years with Brazil, they've been maybe more of a counter-attacking team, more defensive-minded, and when we were kids growing up, we used to think when Brazil would dominate, they would just dominate the possession so much. And when they do that, they were nearly unstoppable. And we're seeing maybe a little touch of the old school, if you want to call it that, in this match because they have had so much more possession.
Manu Menezes did mention on a couple of occasions trying to go and appeal. Ooh, that ball gets cleared out at the last second. Sails near as Sandro nodding it backwards. It's going to be a corner kick for Argentina. Right there, Lionel Messi, if he's had 3 touches, I think I'm probably exaggerating, but it's been mostly not because of the marking, it's also been the possession, the header inside the top of the 6 getting cleared out by the Brazilian defense, but Argentina still possessing. Sosa curling it back in, again into the middle it goes. Sandro being vital in that play, saying, hey, come on guys, they're pushing, they're tugging, they're fouling, but the refereeing crew not biting one bit.
Well, we all know that in the game of soccer, when set pieces, crosses are sent, especially on set pieces, there's always some jostling going on. So for them to expect a foul to be called is just not going to happen. It's
got to be that blatant.
Yeah, it's got to be like basically pulling the shirt over his head or something like that in order to get some
we've
kind
seen
of foul.
that a couple of times, and it still doesn't get
Yeah,
called.
for real.
So take that as, well, as you might.
And now we got to see the response of Argentina here. If they can build some possession.
They slowly settled down compared to the first few minutes. There were a lot of spaces that they did offer, but they've been able to tighten those up just a bit. Zabaleta going over to Gago as they press forward. Argentina looking to get some space. Messi collapsed. Two Brazilian defenders collapsing around the Barcelona star. Of course, very few players able to do what Lionel Messi's been able to do just in New York City alone. All these posters that they had of, advertisements with David Beckham and other superstars of different sports here in the United States. All of a sudden you see Lionel Messi all over New York City. So, I mean, you do see the marketability as well as how much this young man from Rosario has been able to transcend the game and take it pretty much not just from a marketing, but also from a playing perspective to a whole new level that we've never been able to see, at least in our lifetimes.
I know one thing's for sure. The biggest mark, and to go prove what you said, when Messi made the cover was a Time or Newsweek, one of those two big American magazines. And we all know soccer's not the #1 sport in America. And for Messi to make the cover, I believe it was Time, just shows the impact that he's had on the world in general.
Yeah, just a few years ago, a producer for a commercial was saying, Messi, you have to do it in English. One day you'll be famous.
Yeah.
It was a story that he mentioned, and he kind of had a chuckle. This is the year that they won the treble.
Yeah.
So I think I think that was a lesson learned. Brazil now on the counter. Neymar trying to stay onside. The ball gets dipped into the middle. Pass goes around. It's going to be a penalty, is it? No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. As Sergio Romero came out, able to just tap that ball away. He did go down, but it didn't look like the impression was that they were going to call it. Didn't think it was going to, that it was a penalty. As now you see Messi on the left side, trying to put it through. Great pass, but offside, Gonzalo Higuain.
Once again, you saw Neymar. It was a great pass to send Neymar through. A good defense by Argentina to prevent the Santos star from getting in. And then Higuain is clearly offsides there.
What I want to see, though, is that replay of the
Neymar foul.
The Neymar foul. I had my doubts. Because you did see
close.
Sergio Romero come out, and the ball went past him. He kind of touched him afterwards. The ball goes through. Here's Rafael. Will he be able to get to it? No.
Ooh.
Still a good idea. And Brazil, I guess, George, matching up better because of their pace on the outside.
Yeah, Rafael showing almost running down that ball. A little bit less weight on it, and Rafael gets onto it. But definitely on the right side, you see Rafael Hulk has done some damage there on the right side. And Clemente Rodriguez having a tough time keeping up with whatever Brazilian player is making a move on that right side.
As we see right here, Rafael from Manchester United. Based on what you read in the Brazilian papers, many of them considering him coming into this tournament, or the Olympics, should I say, will most likely be the starter for Manu Menezes over Danilo. We'll see if that holds water, but many have really been impressed with what the youngster's been able to offer compared to what the Santos man has been able to, or the former Santos man has been able to really produce with the yellow and green jersey.
Haven't seen his twin, Fabio, get much international play as well. So, get not much international play.
Beautiful play by Marcelo, able to get that ball away. Again, Neymar going through. Neymar has some room. Neymar gets pushed down. Neymar, tripped over what would have been a brilliant goal. He tried to look for the foul. He's like, hey, look, he touched me. And if he would have stayed at least 1 foot, it would have been a brilliant golazo for the young Brazilian superstar. As we see right here, is it going to get called? That's a big question as he goes right between, again, the Argentine defense Ezequiel Garay right there could have been called for the infraction, but
I think it was
does not.
minimal contact
Minimal
there.
contact,
Yeah,
but it was enough momentum to really get Neymar off his center of gravity. Again, Neymar, another opportunity where he starts creating a difference. Here is Higuain, the ball going through. Here's the Messi on the outside. Messi, Lionel Messi makes it 1-1. And on the other end, Argentina equalize. Lionel Messi, 1-1 at MetLife Stadium.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show has begun. We saw Neymar on one end, Higuain doing a good job to filter the pass through to Messi. And, well, the two of the fastest players in the world dueling, and this time Messi showing why he is the world's best player with a tremendous finish. No goalkeeper on the planet one-on-one can stop Lionel Messi.
No goalkeeper on the planet can beat Lionel Messi making that type of run on the planet. I mean, that's just no doubt about it. Lionel Messi showing some true genius again. Great players don't need many touches to make things happen. Lionel Messi at 31, making it 1-1.
And you see the difference. We saw Neymar, similar play, unable to finish. Messi able to finish. That little difference in strength between the
Messi
two.
with some room. Here's the ball that goes right through, as the intention was for Di Maria to have Messi run into the middle. Messi stayed back to try and stay open, and the ball ends up filtering through, but all the way out for a goal kick for Brazil. Right there, you see the reaction by Messi saying, "Oh, I was right here."
That's that lack of connection between Real Madrid and Barcelona there.
I'm sure the times that they have not been able to connect on the Argentine national team because of that. I mean, right now, I think you and I could probably connect with Lionel Messi. That's how in sync he is. I mean, we don't need to. Forget it. We don't even need to be. We don't need to be in the same stratosphere as he is. That's just how good he is as a player. That makes also a compliment to others, and also a compliment to his style of play.
Well, one of the things that Messi doesn't get enough credit for, or is not recognized enough for, is how intelligent he is.
Oh.
I don't think he gets enough credit for that. I really don't. I really think he's super duper intelligent and almost, I would say, a genius, soccer genius. I don't know if people, they talk about his goal scoring, speed. I don't know if they give him enough credit for his intelligence.
Saying, because I mean,
he gets a lot, but I think he deserves a lot more than he gets.
Wow. No, I mean, I understand what you're saying. I'm kind of teasing you there, but I mean, I know what you're saying. But I mean, the amount of credit he gets, and if there is something he's underrated, well, it might be that the passing aspect. But I think in the past couple of years, he's really just 100-folded that, 1,000-folded that. And that's what's been one of the big differences. Speaking of Messi right there, he gets the ball, goes through. Messi again. Here we go. Messi one more time. Messi one more time. And Argentina take the lead. Lionel Messi with his second goal of the match. 2-1 at 34. Lionel Messi, incredible in space. Lionel Messi, I'm just standing up. Thank you very much. Thank you for existing. Lionel Messi, a sensational play. Just absolute brilliance, and also the play to let that ball go through, just absolutely spectacular.
And this time, Di Maria does not misconnect. No miscommunication there between him and Messi, and those two young center backs, Uvini and Juan Jesus, are getting absolutely destroyed by Lionel Andres Messi. We talked about in the beginning how those two would communicate, how they would respond with Messi and Higuain being able to connect the way they did. They have been able to, and they have not been able to figure it out.
So 30 minutes of Brazilian magic have been trumped by Messi brilliance in 3 minutes. Argentina 2, Brazil 1, and we were expecting some high scoring, and that's exactly what has happened so far at MetLife Stadium. Let's see how Brazil react now that they had the lead. They lost it. Let's see how these youngsters are able to come back at the Albiceleste.
Well, Brazil have to do is hold on to more possession and knock the ball around and keep it away from Higuain and Messi and Di Maria.
Neymar looking to answer back. Here he gets the ball taken away from behind. That play took too long to develop. And here is, again, Argentina on the break.
And he had Hulk. If he could have found a way to filter it through to Hulk, Hulk would have had an opportunity on goal. That's where Neymar has to tweak his game then.
Now Neymar looking to answer. Neymar has Hulky. Drops it off to Hulky. Again, the pass. Great save by Sergio Romero. Again, coming up big. And what a difference right there. A solid goalkeeping performance on that particular sequence by Sergio Romero. Again, the ball as Argentina looking to get that ball out of there. It's Lionel Messi on defense. Looks like at this point, Argentina are playing with 14 because you have Messi pretty much everywhere.
Let me tell you, the people who are in the stadium who paid money to see this game are getting their money's worth. Neymar has been dynamic. Messi with some incredible goals, 2 incredible goals. This is what we were expecting from Brazil, Argentina. We're getting it's been fantastic so far. It's worth every minute of it.
Zabaleta is, we got to put some brakes on this. Got to catch our breath. Romero, as the ball goes out, let's see how Brazil can answer back with Rafael. Again, Hockey to Sandro. Sandro dropping it back to Marcelo. Again, moving it around, trying to triangulate into the middle. It goes to Romulo. Man, that scored the only goal for Brazil up to now. Rafael steps through, leaves in the wake none other than Jose Sosa, but El Príncipe able to recover. He takes the ball, he goes for a ride, and the Manchester United right back gets a yellow card.
Yeah, he earned it there. He pulled him back. Sosa did a great job to win the ball. You can see the shirt, yeah. But at least you could see Rafael playing with some emotion, with some fire there. Got a little upset at Sosa when he went down. Gave him a little, little yin-yang talking. You always like that, though. Like that intensity.
Gago out wide to Di Maria. Zabaleta running down the right side. Di Maria with lots of patience. Drops it back again to Gago. To Messi. Messi trying to open things up as Sandro already marking him very tight. Drops back does Gonzalo Higuain. Argentina being very patient. Zabaleta trying to bring Marcelo out on the mark on the left side, on the top left-hand side of your screen. As now the play being given to Ezequiel Garay, the former Real Madrid man. Gago. Watch out again. Zabaleta dropping back as Marcelo now settling in more towards the middle, allowing Clemente Rodriguez to make a run. Now into the middle it goes as Bruno Uvini going up against now Juan.
And
Gonzalo
Higuain, his timing has been off completely, while Messi's timing has been impeccable on those runs trying to get behind the Brazilian defense.
Again, Romulo to Sandro. Good sliding challenge by Javier Mascherano as now Jose Sosa. And from medalist Ukraine, dropping it back into the middle. Ooh, goes away from Messi. Neymar dropping back, and the effort that these players are putting in has been tremendous. Already 39 minutes in, and we have been given and delighted to be able to do this match. That has been an absolute treat for anyone. Now Argentina coming back. Argentina, well, it was a foul. Play's been stopped. Let's see what happens here is Fernando Gago. As we see what Fernando Gago is saying to referee Jair Marufo.
And Brazil, when Oscar was getting more touches, Brazil were a lot more dangerous.
Ooh, watch out for this opportunity. Hulky looking into the middle. Good cutoff by Garay.
If Brazil can find a way to get Oscar more touches, that takes a little bit of the playmaking duties, a little bit of that pressure off of Neymar, and that adds another creative mind into the attack of Brazil to lead Damião and Hulk toward goal. So Oscar has to get more involved here.
And that's a name that we have not heard much from, Leandro Damião.
Yeah.
That's a player that really needs to get into the act really quick. Gago been the engine in the middle for Argentina. Zabaleta. As it goes to Messi. Serving it quick to Di Maria. Messi staying on that right-hand side. Ball gets dropped back. And now Argentina looking to set up shop yet again. Final 5 minutes of a very eventful first half. And what ends up being a match where it's only been 45 minutes or 40 minutes up to this point, and we've already seen 3 great goals, some great moves, some great runs, some great challenges as we continue going, and Argentina continuing to press forward, Argentina continuing to move the ball around, George. And it's been vital to see what Argentina has been able to have, and Argentina's been able to play throughout this couple of minutes, these stretches. And we see Clemente Rodriguez with the ball on the left-hand side, trying to connect with Jose Sosa. Sosa into the middle for Mascherano, who looks around. Mascherano, of course, will be playing along Lionel Messi in the World Soccer Masters Tour. That'll be stopping in Miami on June 23rd. Again, the ball still with Argentina. Di Maria, the run by Zabaleta, down the right-hand side, looking into the middle. Zabaleta skies over the crossbar. Good job by the Manchester City defender, a guy that, well, must be looked at, it should be looked at by Manchester City fans as an idol. He's been there through thick and through thin.
Yeah, him and Vincent Kompany.
Yeah, him and Vincent Kompany pre Roberto Mancini. So it's just been amazing. What none other than the team has been able to do. Brazil now on the counter-attack. It goes through. Here's Hulky. Oh, it goes too wide. Not able to take a shot on goal as he goes and is beaten by Clemente Rodriguez. He is able to bring that ball out to Jose Sosa. Stepping through, gets around Rafael. Again, Clemente. Again, the ball goes through. And again, Brazil able to retain possession. Here with Romulo. Romulo looking into the middle. Instead, goes out wide, goes to Rafael. Oscar gets through. Oscar into the middle. The ball goes through. Neymar right there. Again, Chiquito Romero with the save and a corner kick.
But Leandro Damião is there, and Leandro Damião has to be the one that finishes it there. He was the one that was being targeted by Oscar. 2 players for O Colorado Gaúcho. And I don't know if Damião maybe was trying to backheel toward Neymar or something. I don't know what the situation was, but Damião has to be the one that finishes it. The number 9 for Brazil has to be the one that gets on the end of that cross. Great work by Oscar to send that ball into the area.
As Jair Marufo saying, hey, let's take some time. Romero still kind of shaking the cobwebs out of his stomach in that particular case. As Alejandro Sabella must be very pleased with the reaction from his team as Neymar to the middle. It goes. The ball gets deflected. It gets flicked on to the opposite side, but Brazil still maintaining possession as we're in the final 90 seconds of this first half. An eventful first half at MetLife Stadium. Argentina with the lead, 2-1. 2 goals by Lionel Messi. And I'll add to that, Lionel Messi, a very festive occasion for him because with this cap, he's equaling Gabriel Batistuta for 8th all-time in Albiceleste history. Here's Oscar. Again, the shot gets taken away at the last second by Fernando Gago. Another corner kick for Oscar Duoro.
He's 8th all-time with Batigol. Gabriel Batistuta. That's an amazing player right there. Maybe the most devastating out-and-out striker Argentina's ever had.
That's some company right there.
Yeah.
But then another cross and another header, and Sandro putting that one over the crossbar. A tremendous opportunity here for Brazil. They have not been short of them as Juan right there doing his thing, crossing it in. And that's another play. Juan has been able to really do some really good things so far, not just in this match. Of course, the 2 goals by Lionel Messi is 1 minute of added injury time will be given. I like that style by the line judge there, by the 4th referee, should I say. And, well, you start seeing that, well, it's still a young side, but of course, whether it's a young side or a very veteran outfit, Lionel Messi's one tough cookie to defend.
There's no one in the world that can stop him. He's been terrorizing the La Liga and European clubs for a long time. Remember early on in his Argentina career, he was criticized for maybe not putting together the big performances. Well, those criticisms are done. The man comes through in big games for Argentina and for Barcelona.
One of the most, I guess you could say, captivating images. Again, the ball goes through, this time looking for Higuain, and Rafael Cabral just letting the ball filter through. One of the most catching images, most amazing images that you see in football, especially after the Ecuador match, seeing Lionel Messi come out of the stadium into the car, and you see petals of flowers just raining down. And I guess more petals of flowers will be coming down that man's way throughout his career. 2 goals in the first half have been the difference. Argentina 2, Brazil 1. Halftime coming up. Woo! It's been great. Back at MetLife Stadium, and we're heading over to Diego Pesolano as he talks about, well, the protagonists getting ready for the second half, and Argentina winning with 2 goals by Lionel Messi has been the difference so far in this match. Romulo able to, well, you do see an Argentine side that kind of got caught napping in the first few minutes, and Brazil took advantage courtesy of his first goal in Brazilian national team career. So it's going to be increasingly interesting to see what kind of substitutions, what kind of adjustments are going to be made by both sides. So we'll be back with much more here on Goal TV.
1-1, France en Julio is fantastisch. De beweging komt. Ja, die mannen luisteren, we zijn verwacht van Heugles.
You are watching International FIFA Day.
So we were able to catch a breath, pretty much use our oxygen mask a little bit. Of frenetic first half, a very interesting one at that, George, as Brazil had their share of opportunities. Argentina did as well, but it was the Albiceleste that came out looking all giddy, especially with the great equalizer, none other than Lionel Messi.
Yeah, Lionel Messi putting on a show, a fantastic 2 goals, catching the center back pairing of Juan and Bruno Ivini off guard, while this man Neymar has been excellent as well. Hasn't had a goal, but you can see him running at the defense and also giving Federico Fernandez and Ezequiel Garay problems as well. The Neymar-Messi show that was one of the subtexts to this match has definitely not disappointed for Brazil and Argentina, and we're treated to watching both of these 2 players play.
I mean, it is such a pleasure to be able to do a match like this. And this is, if there is one match or a type of match that you don't have, if you have friends that are not soccer fans, this is the type of match that you show them and they will most likely fall in love with the game. Seeing some of the best players on the planet play the way they are playing right now, especially that one right there, there's nothing else you could do but just fall in love with what is being offered here at MetLife Stadium. Argentina, albeit, have had their problems, especially in the back. They've had some moments where when they're breaking out, have had trouble doing so. Give credit to Brazil in the midfield. That Manu Menezes did talk about that during the week as well, during one of his press conferences, saying that we have to be more aggressive, we have to be more proactive in the mark in order to prevent teams, in case such as Mexico, to come out and break out so easy. The 2 times that they were failing to do so, they ended up getting burned, as we saw in the first half.
Well, one thing about Messi and Argentina, very smart, and they let Brazil just attack them in waves, and then they played the counter attack perfectly, and Di Maria and Higuain with tremendous passes to slice through the back line of Brazil and set up Messi. So they knew Brazil would come out with some extra fire. They were able to withstand it, only gave up a goal, and then they settled down, veteran midfield, and Di Maria, Higuain, and also Gago as well, performing well, being physical with some of the Brazilian attackers, able to give Argentina the lead.
No substitutions for either side as his hockey goes through. Pablo Zabaleta able to steer that ball wide. It's still going to be a corner kick for Verde Amarela. And you see right here another group of chants and fans having a great time. This is the essence of football right here. I hope that the first half is surpassed by the second half. Neymar trying to put it through. It gets cleared up by Gonzalo Higuain, recovered by his Real Madrid teammate Marcelo, who traverses to the opposite side, still winning, still fighting, still looking, still dropping the ball all the way back to Bruno Vini.
And you talk about these two teams and the talent and everything. I mean, there are champions all over the field in this match. You talk about Real Madrid, the Spanish champions, Zabaleta, Manchester City, the English champions. You have Santos, who are the Libertadores champions with Neymar. I mean, it's just loaded with players who have their trophy case full of medals and honors just off this season alone. Porto with Hulk, he won the Portuguese title. They won the Portuguese title. So it's just amazing the amount of talent and the championship pedigree that these two teams, the players of these two teams have.
Zabaleta gets the ball, has some room to put the ball through the middle. It gets cleared out with the most unorthodox of fashions by Rafael. As it's Mascherano being marked, being harassed by Oscar. Clemente Rodriguez. Fede Fernandez, another one that won a trophy, Copa Italia with Napoli. Now goes through, again Messi, is he gonna get to it? Just a half step near, and Rafael Cabral able to get there right before the reigning Pichichi. The two-time Ballon d'Or winner, at least, well, three-time, two in a row, I mean. Now it'll be Clemente. George, you're looking at me all weird.
I'm
funny.
looking at the game. You're not that attractive for me to be looking at you like that. I'd rather look at the game, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
if you're a woman, then that'll be different.
Thanks for clearing that up. I really I feel much relief now.
You're married, so you don't have to worry about what I think, you know?
Juan. Fighting against Higuain as Higuain pushes off, and the foul's going to be called on the Argentine. It'll be an infraction. We're starting to flare a little bit as Juan starting to show his presence in the middle.
Pipita getting a little
upset.
Yeah.
He's going to go into the referee's book. Remember, many asking why Sergio Agüero is not playing today. Of course, it was made clear by Alejandro Sabella that, well, he's not going to be playing because obviously after receiving the yellow card against Ecuador, he will be suspended for the game against Paraguay, a match that they will play in September in Mendoza. As now it's Sandro, goes through one, goes through two, third one. Rafael looking to serve it through. Good job by Clemente Rodriguez. It's going to be a goal kick for Argentina. So, going back to what I was saying, Sabella said, you know what, I'm not going to use him. He's not going to be available for that match. Might as well start tinkering and getting everything set up for that match and kind of having a template for what I want to have against Paraguay.
Excellent point there, and he's right on, definitely. This is a match, even though it's a pride thing, there's no official result in terms of a trophy or championship, so why not tinker a little bit? And you have great quality with Sosa stepping in for Agüero and with some of the players on the bench. So Alejandro Sabella is 100% correct on that.
Juan just trying to pump it through. Mascherano to Clemente. Clemente looking deep. It goes over to Rafael, again one. Great job by Mascherano so far. One of the players you're going to be seeing in the World Soccer Masters Tour in Miami on June 23rd. Here's a ball. Ooh, I don't know about that one.
No.
What do you think?
Nah, you got to let him play there. Took a bunch of deflections on the way in. Nah, you got to let him play.
He's on.
He's onside.
He's on.
Yeah.
Hand doesn't count. So even if you want to use that argument.
Yes. You're right there. He's definitely onside.
No, to the fans at the stadium, no. That's not Jose Sosa. Romulo. So goes over to Bruno Vini. Sandro. Neymar. Again, Brazil being very patient on the build-up, maybe a little bit too patient. Drops back to Juan. Already first 5 minutes of the first half. The ball goes around. Zabaleta not able to contain Hulk. Very few people are Hulk again. Hulk again. Oh! What a play right there by Givanildo Vieira de Souza. Just trying to hammer it past Sergio Romero. As, again, the Argentine defense looking suspect yet again. A very, very precarious sequence there for the Verde Amarela. It could have been real bad news for that man.
And you saw why Hulk is so valuable in all his characteristics in that one play.
Watch out again. Here's the ball going into Angel Di Maria, left-footed shot, wrong angle, but still put it on frame. Rafael able to put that ball aside.
And going back to what I was going to say about Hulk, you saw all the qualities that he has, the strength, his fantastic footwork, his dribbling ability, and he didn't finish on that play, but he sent a very good shot on goal. And that's why Chelsea are going to try to pay as much money as Porto will get the price, a high price for
Gago Sosa looking for Gago running inside. Here comes a break on the opposite side. Sorry, George.
No.
Here comes a break on the opposite side. Oscar opening up. Oscar, the ball's going to go to him. Oscar recovering. Oscar slips down, not able to get it. And it's right there for Ezequiel Garay.
And then great end-to-end action because Di Maria.
It goes over to Rafael, but right at Sergio Romero.
And after Hulk, you had Di Maria.
Watch out, here's another action on the other side. And it's Pipita right to Rafael Cabral.
So you have Hulk, Di Maria, then you had Sandro, now you have Higuain. I mean, this is just incredible back and forth stuff between these two teams.
Hulky into the middle, nice pass as it's Leandro Damião looking for Lambreta. No, he's going to go for Neymar instead. Neymar trying to go through. Neymar still battling for the ball, but doesn't have the bulk to keep up. Now it's Argentina on the opposite side looking for Leo Messi. Gago says he's available. It goes over to the Rosario-born man, but now Marcelo and his Real Madrid teammate comes in and sweeps it aside. Said, no, that's our ball. Here comes Di Maria on the opposite side. The run being made by Higuain. Pipita right here. Wide of target. Another chance for Argentina. Back and forth football at MetLife Stadium. Great stuff to be watching at the 54th minute.
And I just want to say, to Mano Menezes and Alejandro Sabella, thank you for not playing defensive. Thank you for telling your players to be attack-minded and exploit spaces and go for goal. It is a great show we are watching right now, and the skill is amazing.
You mentioned that, and all of a sudden the ball just flies right by Leandro Damião.
Damião's had problems in attack because no one seems to be helping him. He was deep in the box area there, and he didn't have anyone making a run diagonal so he could give it off to. Neymar played back just outside the box. So Damião is struggling. He's going to need some more help. He needs Hulk and Neymar to be a little more active in terms of diagonal runs in the area.
Gago with Messi right next to him in the middle of the midfield. Gago making the run to Di Maria as the Real Madrid man. Nice pass to Messi. It goes to Higuain. Check that. Higuain fighting around four. Not able to get it. As now it's Marcelo. He goes down. Not going to get the call. And the shot eventually goes in the direction of Rafael Cabral. Rafael Cabral and Brazil's right back right there is Rafael Silva. Serves right into the middle for Oscar. Has Sosa and Clemente. Jose Sosa could be seeing his final bit of action, as it's going to be Pablo Guiñazú coming in for Argentina.
That'll make
a man from Inter de Porto Alegre.
That'll make 3 Internacional Porto Alegre players on the field between Oscar, Leandro Damiao, and Guiñazú.
Here's Neymar. Trying to get Guiñazú in to get some toughness in the middle to try and shore up the defense. Has got Rafael wide open. Here's a chance. Here's a shot. Do Brasil! Oscar dos Santos and Boapa Jr. equalizes. Brazil 2, Argentina 2.
I'm in heaven, y'all. I am in heaven. The ball movement, the passing from both teams, spectacular. We mentioned how Oscar needs to get a little more involved. He does, and we mentioned how Leandro Damiao needs someone to make a run into the area. He gets Oscar to do it, and then his teammate.
Yeah, exactly, right there.
Yep.
Beautiful goal for Oscar. His first goal as a senior player. Look at this. Great job. They know each other like clockwork.
Yes.
They've done it so many times. However role you want to put it, it's right there. And also credit Rafael Silva as well on that particular play. Brazil 2, Argentina 2.
And this is the beautiful game. It's called in Brazil, the Jogo Bonito.
Oscar going through. Great challenge by Ezequiel Garay. We talk, you did say, hey, I'm in heaven. But from a coaching standpoint,
it's a nightmare.
What you're trying to establish here on defense especially, it must be a nightmare, like you said. And, I mean, seeing Oscar come through, nobody takes him up. Boom, right there. And that's what you're going to do. It's going to happen. And you're going to be paying big time.
And what we are seeing is these center-back pairings for Brazil and Argentina are thoroughly overmatched, it looks like, in this game.
Well, one's overmatched also because of lack of experience, too.
Right.
I mean, let's say it as it is.
Oh, yeah.
Brazil's lineup is more, as we see Pablo Guiñazú coming in. Already former Independiente man. Of course, my producer always likes to hear that.
Oh, yeah.
As Brazil kind of settling things down. It's been a much more mellow second half compared to the first. As Mascherano goes over to none other than Guiñazú. He gets his first touch.
Guiñazú is I like to call him the enforcer, the hitman of Internacional. He is Andrés de Alessandro's protector.
Mascherano goes and clobbers the former Corinthians man, clobbering the current Santos star, as Neymar right there, just taking Neymar. And many have mentioned to say, you know what, Neymar has a tendency to dive, Neymar has a tendency to flop, but then also, if you've seen his matches in the Brasileirão, you've seen him that he does take an absolute
he gets a pounding, yeah, no doubt. And he is wiry, we'll put it that way, so the opponents will feel like they can push him around a little bit, and that's where he has to develop. He has to get that strength. That'll come with time.
So, I mean, as far as that's concerned, well, a substitution about to take place for Brazil. It's going to be Juliano coming in. Juliano getting ready to come in. Another man over from Ukraine, native of Curitiba, in the midfield, going to be substituting Oscar, and it's going to be pretty much man for man as we see Oscar a little bit dinged up. And it's been a real physical match, despite all the running and despite all the open space. There's been some great movement, and there's also been some very impressive hits. That is, if you are into American football.
Oh, well, the Giants do play here. Giants and Jets play here.
They got more people for a Giants or Jets game at this point.
And they're putting on a better show than the Giants and the Jets, especially the Jets.
Especially the Jets.
Yeah.
Okay,
I got to say that because I'm a Dolphin fan.
Okay. But also, got to say because, you know, I think the Super Bowl champions play there as well.
Yeah.
Rafael Silva. Going down. Angel Di Maria doing a great job in his transition, being able to well, kind of do double duty, more of a marking, helping in the mark, helping in the recovery, but also helping in the transition. And in the opposite, as we see right there, Jose Sosa had come off for Pablo Guiñazú.
And you talk about how Neymar...
Guiñazú came in, that we should say.
Right. And we were talking about how Neymar diving in that situation. Di Maria is another player that if he's not diving and he stays on his feet, he is an absolute beast as well. We've seen that with Real Madrid. We've seen it in this game.
Yeah, I mean, Angel Di Maria could be one of the top players in the world
yes.
right now. I mean, and you know it because of just the way he touches the ball, the way he moves around, just absolutely mind-boggling sometimes.
Yes.
Messi going up against Neymar. It's the Rosario man, but Brazil continuing to attack. And Juliano goes down. No, Joe Marufo says, get back up, get back up, get back up, and keep on playing.
He's been letting them play, and that's a good thing. He's been consistent in that respect.
A whip challenge right there. You see Romulo come in and just whip Angel Di Maria. Right there, Diaz said, get up!
It's been a great match, great scene here at MetLife Stadium. As you mentioned, sold out over 80,000 plus, full to capacity.
I mean, over almost 80,000 pretty much were sold within the first 48 hours. That's the magnitude of what this match, of what these two teams, the players as well, are able to bring across as well in this particular encounter. Javier Mascherano looking for Angel Di Maria. Zabaleta giving support. The ball goes through. What a crunching tackle by Sandro.
I don't know. He got the ball there.
He might be close. I
Yeah,
gotta take a look at that one just to make sure.
Yeah, you're right.
Of course, Jair Marufo getting surrounded, and Federico Fernandez giving a shoulder rub there to the U.S.-based ref. Let's see how close it was.
Ooh, he got the ball
He got
first.
the ball, at least.
He got the ball.
And from that angle, it looks like he did. I think he did. I think
he got
all
the ball,
on
yeah.
that one. Of course, he got a lot of gago, but that was after the fact. Still, it's going to be a free kick for Argentina. The ball comes in, and the ball gets rejected at the last minute. Corner kick for Argentina. Ball being deflected by Leandro Damião.
Argentina, after this, have another friendly against Germany in August. That's another titanic matchup, Argentina and Germany. That should be another game, fun game to watch. And then, as you mentioned, Brazil, Olympic tournament.
Ball getting to the middle. Sandro clearing it off. The 5x50 as Mascherano recovering. As now Brazil with Sandro again becoming a force in the middle. Still fighting, still looking. It goes to Juliano. Juliano going up against none other than Pablo Zabaleta. Feeds it over to Di Maria, who diagonal passes over to Leo Messi. If he would have been 5'7", he would have probably gotten to that ball.
Now let's see what Hulk and Neymar can do. With Leandro Damião kind of walking up a little bit, maybe thinking he can put the Argentine defense to sleep. We'll see.
And it's going to be another free kick, another set-piece opportunity, another chance for Brazil to get another score. As Juliano come in already, he's come in already and started showing some really promising bits of runs and bits of play so far.
And remember, on that position, that attacking position.
Ball goes through!
Oh!
Argentina's defense got caught napping again, and Brazil forgave them. Another set piece. Remember, the first goal of the match was scored off a set piece as well, and it was misdirected by that man right there. Remember, Brazil's next match will be against Egypt over at Millennium Stadium in Cardiff as they kick off their Olympic campaign. So they are looking to, as we mentioned many times already before, win their first Olympic gold medal. They've come close a few times, but it's been no cigar as of yet. Messi's got room. Messi again, going on one, going on two, can't get past Juan, and again the Vasco da Gama center defender able to win that ball. booting it deep for Neymar. Ball gets skied out of bounds for Brazil.
You talk about the Olympic tournament. That's amazing that Brazil have not won an Olympic gold medal. And I know for sure that's something they are dying to get that award.
I think that's become even more prevalent in Brazilian football ever since Argentina has been able to win back-to-back. Argentina will not have a squad, although they are the two-time defending champs, if you want to look at it that way.
Gold medalists,
But they did not qualify for Olympic play. Brazil and Uruguay did for South America. And that'll be an interesting match. Uruguay also with a very young side and a very talented side at that as well. The ball comes into the middle. It just kind of dribbles wide of that far post. As another substitution looks like will be made, but Bruno Vini coming in, causing some trouble, being disruptive. Still, the jury's out. I mean, it's only one match, but then again, when you have to cover Lionel Messi, you can't really.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't judge a kid.
The best defenders in the world have been burnt by Messi time and time again.
And he's only in his second cap.
Oh my goodness.
Again, Neymar, another corner. Near post, again the ball goes through. Again the ball, Juliano serving into the middle. Now Argentina, Messi waiting for the proper time. A handball is going to be called instead. And Argentina will have a set piece, not a set piece, but more a free kick from their own half of the pitch as we reach the 67th minute of play.
And we're talking about the Olympic tournament at the gold medal. Argentina, one of two nations to have won the three biggest tournaments, quote unquote biggest tournaments in FIFA, which is the World Cup, the Confederations Cup, and the Olympic tournament. So Brazil want to add their name to that list and create more history. It's going to be difficult. The Olympic tournament is very deep.
Not only just Brazil and Uruguay, also Spain have a very strong side. Uruguay, as we mentioned, Mexico has a very strong side as well coming into that tournament. You do have some other teams, maybe even you could probably have a chance where you could see Mexico, and of course, I did mention Spain as well. Honduras could also give a surprise as well. Not beating Spain necessarily, but being able to advance in that group. And of course, you always have dark horses as well. You see right there, Marcelo. There's another substitution we've seen before. It's Leandro Damião coming off, and that was the provider for the equalizer. Coming in is Alexandre Pato, man from AC Milan. Always, you see the stars just coming in.
Yes. And another Internacional Porto Alegre player, well, not currently, but a product of Internacional, came through, made his name through Internacional Porto Alegre. And that, just to finish the point on the Olympic tournament there, talk about Brazil, Uruguay, Spain. I mean, that tournament is so deep. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Brazil's schedule, when you look at who they play, that group, Egypt, Belarus, New Zealand, I mean, they have to be the favorites, not only to advance from that group, but just be perfect through that group, claim all the 9 points.
But it takes a little bit more than that. They know that it's not about getting past the group. Of course, obviously, it's the first big step, but also having to be able to win that final. Leandro Damião, as you see, coming off. And again, Pato looking to get one of his first touches. Not able to get to that ball.
And Pato, if his career, and he's still a young player, so he still has a lot of football left, but if his career up to this point hadn't been racked with injuries, he'd be the undisputed number 9 for Brazil right now. I really believe that. But all the injuries have taken place. It's slowed his progress. His form has dipped when he's trying to recover from those injuries, and it's allowed that position to be wide open. But if he was healthy and he developed and progressed as his talent would dictate, I think he'd be the unquestioned number 9 for Brazil.
Neymar, one thing for sure, he takes the ball away. Here comes Neymar. Here comes Hulk. Ooh, did not see Hulk making the run. Had lots of acres of space for Hulk to be able to run, the former Japanese J-League star. Now it's Messi, and one thing for sure, Messi's not going to be subbed. He'll be able to, he's going to demand to play the 90 minutes. Higuain to drop it back. Mascherano into the middle for Fede Fernandez. Now here's Gago. And now Argentina looking to maintain possession. Pato pressuring.
Oh, yeah, he pushed him in the
Call
back.
for the foul.
No doubt about that one. But to go back to that play with Neymar, it actually wasn't a bad decision to send it to Pato. The better play would be what you mentioned, Hulk, but it wasn't a bad decision to go to.
No, not a bad decision.
Just
but
the
you saw
execution.
Space
Oh, yeah, the space.
There was. Oh.
The best decision was definitely to go to Hulk on that play, for sure. If he curls it, if he doesn't curl away from Pato that much, keeps it a little straighter, Pato would have had a great opportunity on goal. But clearly, you're right, the Hulk play was the better move.
Higuain losing the ball to Juan. Ball goes out wide, and now here comes Hulky down the left side. Being marked by Fede Fernandez. Takes it to the line. Hulky getting collapsed on top by who else? Javier Mascherano.
What a great defensive play by Javier Mascherano. He saw that Hulk was going to beat Fernandez, and he said, you know what? I'm not going to have any more shots on goal from you. Clears it out for the corner. Mascherano, another very intelligent defender as well. And how great was he during the season when Barcelona were having some issues on the back line? He came in, stepped up, did well.
Neymar, another corner. Second post, punched up and up.
Oh!
What is the go-ahead goal? Givanildo Vieira de Souza. And Brazil, right there again. A lot of problems on set pieces. This one takes the cake as Sergio Romero comes out, has some problems fighting the ball, tips it right to Hulky. And for the Brazilian, for the former Japan Kawasaki man, it's his third goal with the Verde Amarela. Brazil 3, Argentina 2.
And that's all on one man, Sergio Romero. If that ball's a little too high, you got to punch it away, punch it clear, or stay on your line. But he doesn't do that, and it falls right to Hulk in the angle. And the quickness of thought to get that leg up and strike through it is brilliant. Hulk with a magnificent goal.
Casemiro getting ready to come in, the Sao Paulo star. Also the under-20 World Cup winner as well, alongside Bruno Vini. There. Agüero. Oh, I thought he wasn't playing.
They want to win.
Of course.
Now they want to win.
Alejandro Sabella was adamant during the week saying, no. He is not going to play. He is not in our plans. Now all of a sudden they're 3-2. Oh, by the way, yeah, we're going to play him now.
Oh, yeah. And obviously Kun Agüero is an absolute hero and idol for the citizens in Manchester City because of that goal he scored against QPR in the final dying minutes of the season to give Manchester City their first Premiership title in what, over 40 years, something like 45 years. So Manchester City fans are happy to see Kun Agüero.
Casemiro came in for Romulo. And Kun Agüero, who is he coming in for? That is the million-dollar question. Going to come in for Angel Di Maria.
Oh.
That's going to be it's interesting because if you look at it, Agüero is a very good partnership with Lionel Messi.
Yeah.
And that's what Alejandro Sabella said. We have to try and work around him in order to make Messi more effective. And Kun Agüero usually is the better option.
I thought it would be Gago. Gago does have a yellow card. And they need more attack, so you take off a defensive midfielder for Agüero. But Sabella knows his team much better than I.
Kun. Here's Kun looking in the middle. Kun again trying to go through. The young Brazil defense holding up yet again as it's Zabaleta, his Manchester City teammate, recovering the ball, leading for Gago. Gago says, hey, where's the foul? He gets it called, and then quick reset yet again. Mascherano, former West Ham man. Looking for Kun. Agüero out wide to Clemente as Guiñazú trying to cross it in, skied up in the air, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Albiceleste. 75 minutes, and what we thought was going to be, well, if anyone thought that it was going to be a friendly match, we got another thing coming.
This is unbelievable.
Ball comes through the ball.
Oh!
And Argentina equalize. And right there, the youngster Federico Fernandez makes it 3-3 for the fans, for
Yes,
the game,
for the game.
football. Another set piece, and Argentina able to take advantage of Brazil. And guess who set up that goal? Guy just came in, Kun Agüero.
After the 90 minutes, can we have another 30 minutes? Because I don't want this to end. This is too much fun, man.
I think we should put up a poll to make sure that, you know, these guys play 30 more.
Yes. Let them use all the subs, because the subs are just as good and are just as talented. But this is an amazing game, and the people in New York, or I should say East Rutherford, New Jersey,
and New York and
everywhere else are watching.
Hill, everywhere. If you made the trip, the money that you spent was well worth it. Here's Marcelo. Ball goes through again. It goes to Juliano.
Oh!
Ripping it right through, and almost makes it 4-3. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just getting second half, and it's been an absolute treat. You know what? Whoever wins this match, God bless them.
Yes, for sure. This has been unbelievable. It is just so much fun to watch. And we've had a couple of yellow cards, but nothing really dirty. You're just seeing pure skill out there. Pure skill and enjoy it.
I think to call this a game is, I mean, it's demeaning to this particular matchup. I think this is a show.
Yes. Well, a clásico.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Rafael. Next goal would probably win it, and I cannot wait to see who scores it and how they score it. As Brazil continue to pressure Argentina with Fede Fernandez, Napoli defender just blasted out, and it goes to Brazil at 78 minutes in, and it's been an incredible match. I just had such a great time watching this, and many of you watching it on Gold TV as well. And wish they could play every week if that's how they're going to play. So, Zabaleta going up against Marcelo. Marcelo winning it. Marcelo looking steps. Trying to look for someone to partner up with. Good pass to Neymar. Neymar again. Stepping through. Dropping back. Leaving it for Casemiro. Out wide, all by his lonesome. Now Rafael making the run. Pass that was for Juliano into the middle. Alexandre Pato saves the ball. Goes dropping it back. It's going to be a corner. No, it's not. It just goes right back to the AC Milan forward. He tries to drop it back into the middle, looking for Marcelo. Marcelo looking for Hulky. Hulky going to make a run inside the box. Hulky into the middle. Nope, not going to happen. Juliano. Again for Marcelo. Marcelo stepping through, looking, nice pass. Offside, I didn't know.
Really? I didn't see that one either. I'm with you there. Partner. I didn't see anything.
On that one. I don't think Rafael was out. But we'll see exactly on a replay. And Juliano really doing a good job, but also Fede Fernandez showing that, hey, you know, I can also be an option on a set piece, which is something that Alejandro Sabella has been looking for quite a while. I mean, I don't think there's been a central defender that's been a threat since.
Who knows when?
No. I don't know, since Roberto Ayala, I guess.
That's going back a while. That's at least 7-8 years. Yeah.
You want me to say Danilo coming in for Brazil as Rafael getting the rest of the night off. And he's played a tremendous match. Danilo, former Santos man, won the Copa Lib last year. Now plying his craft over in Portugal. As it's one. Lets it go just enough. So Rafael Cabral can pretty much gain possession and just knock it back deep.
Talk about Danilo's part, who is a teammate of Hulk in Porto. It's Portuguese champions.
Neymar, been surrounded all day long, but able to find his teammates. A pass from Juliano. Here's Neymar, looking through. Neymar trying to put it through. Great intervention by Fede Fernandez. The defense again failing Argentina. And the corner kick for the Verde Amarela.
And Neymar, that play started or came about because Neymar made a run.
Another ball goes through, and this time it's Zabaleta clearing it out.
Made a run, the ball, and the pass didn't get to him, but it deflected, and he continued on that path and was able to run onto it. But as you mentioned, Enrique Fernandez coming up with a big-time sliding save because he glided around Sergio Romero.
And it was 81-994. Tremendous number that was official. They're saying 83 at one point, but still 82. Just
I think it's 83.
Just 6 more people could have gone. Could have gotten 82, but never mind. Still a great crowd at MetLife Stadium.
Well, you know, this is the New York, New Jersey area, so they're used to hopping the turnstiles. So I'm sure maybe about 60, 70 people probably hopped the turnstile. That's the rumor. So who knows, but still a great crowd.
Again, Messi going through. Messi gets brought down just outside, and it's going to be Danilo getting the yellow card. To be honest, I think this match is probably the best match of the day, regardless of what end of the which side of the Atlantic you're on. And as you always say, George, this is the beautiful game. Messi,
big fun,
just doing a tremendous run. Actually, check that Casemiro. I said Danilo. I'm saying, watch out. It's going to be Messi's ball. Nobody's going to take this ball away from him. Un Agüero. It's got to be all Messi. Right there you see the universal sign by Jair Marufo on my whistle.
And an aspect of Messi's game that has improved dramatically since he got first team action with Barcelona is his free kicks.
Another substitution is going to be Lucas Moura coming in for Hulk. Sao Paulo playmaker. Again, I hope we get to see much of this young man. Well as just hear the crowd. Just hear the crowd. That's all. That's all I needed to say. That's all I needed to do. Tension at MetLife Stadium. Messi gets upstaged by Rafael Cabral. Great free kick. It was right on frame, but the Santos goalkeeper coming up huge.
And there's a competition for the #1 shirt for Brazilian goalkeeper.
You know what, you're right,
Huge competition between Jefferson, Rafael, and then even Julio Cesar, who struggled with Inter. He's still in the mix as well. And then Diego Alves of Valencia. I mean, they're deep in goalkeeper.
Now, who's the one that's going to be able to get ahead of the pack? That's the big question.
Yes.
Messi, another corner, another shot. Rafael Cabral punching it out. Doesn't want any problems. Marcelo starting the break, looking to go. Here they go, full speed ahead. The Verde Amarela. Oh, guns blazing. Here comes Juliano, looking out wide. Lucas Moura.
It was set up perfectly. They had the numbers.
Had it there. Final 6.5 as he just goes slipping and just what looked to be a very promising counterattack ended up being finished by a tremendous thud.
Neymar was on the left.
Watch out, Messi. Messi again. Messi with the shot. In the 83rd minute, Lionel Messi doing everything he possibly could in order to make the money that 81,994 could make it worth coming to. What a show by the best player on the planet. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for letting me watch this. Thank you, God, for having Lionel Messi be a football player. Argentina 4, Brazil 3.
I'm going to name my firstborn Lionel Andres Metellus because that's how great Lionel Messi is. Unbelievable. I mean, when it looked like Argentina might go down, Messi comes through and he does what the great players do. He gives his team a boost, and even if you're a Brazil fan, you got to stand up and appreciate the hat trick by Lionel Messi in this match. Unbelievable.
Just everything and then some. Every emotion.
Man, you were almost at tears. That's how great it was, man.
Oh, yeah.
I was feeling you. I was feeling you. I was feeling you.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
I am feeling you. I understand.
Bro, he brought that down, and he just absolutely dominated. A tremendous effort. Another hat trick for Leo. Will he get number 4? Here's Kun. Kun Agüero looking to get into the show. Kun Agüero gets past 1. Kun Agüero gets past 2. Kun Agüero has to turn around, has Messi right there. Looks and battles and looks and finds, and now Messi finds the ball. Has Higuaín all by himself, now wants to be provider, and the ball ends up being a corner kick. What a show. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not watching this match, you don't love football.
DVR this match and keep it. DVR this match and keep it. Great goals all over the place. The Lionel Messi show. Show it to your children.
Show it to your grandkids. Show it to your great-grandkids. Well, I mean, popcorn's not good enough. Lionel Messi just sensational. Guiñazú, Argentina, 4-3 win in a Clásico, as I said earlier.
They haven't won yet. Not yet.
You know what? At this point, I don't even care. Nobody should care who wins.
Right.
We have just been treated to an absolute delight. 7 goals, 90 minutes, back and forth, best players. I don't care who is just doing anything. That was just sensational. Thank you. Another chance.
You know what? The way these two teams have been finishing and scoring, it would surprise me if it ends 5-4, either Brazil, Argentina, maybe 5-5, 4-4. It would not surprise me in the least if we get 2 more goals in the next 3 minutes.
2 more substitutions as we see right there.
It's Lavezzi's coming on for Higuaín.
Coming in. And Aurelio De Laurentiis talked today, made it official that El Pocho will be going to PSG. That was sensational, what we've seen, and it's going to be Pipita Higuaín coming off to a very impressive ovation. It's going to be a man-for-man substitution. Final few minutes of this match. As you know, it's Clemente Rodriguez coming off for, and as well as it's going to be another Napoli player, so pretty much 3 Napoli players. Hugo Armando Campagnaro, already in his 3rd cap.
And I want to make my point right now for a person, an attacking player that should be on the Argentine national team in replacement of Lavezzi. Now, Lavezzi is very good. I'm not going to say he doesn't deserve it, but I think there's one player who's more deserving of being in the attacking side, and I think that's Diego Milito of Inter. He had a fantastic season, 2nd in Serie A with goals scored, over 20 again.
Yeah,
I think he should have been called up instead of Lavezzi.
I mean, just numbers alone, I can't disagree with you on that one. As now we see Lucas Moura. Again, as it's Danilo trying to hook up. And Neymar looking for the equalizer right here. Final minute, maybe about 3 minutes of added injury time, but we have been treated to an absolute goal-scoring festival here at MetLife Stadium. And it's been a sensational match. Nobody should be disappointed at all unless you're playing defense.
And even then, the defenders have to be going, man, I was on the park with Neymar, Messi, and all these great players, yeah.
This is, if there's kids that are watching this at the stadium saying, I got to see Messi score a hat trick. That's enough to be able to say to your kids, you know what? Thank you, Lord. Bruno Vini. As the ball goes past Marcelo, and now we are in injury time.
And if this scoreline holds up, it'll be the third time that Neymar has lost to Messi in a match. Remember, the first time they met was in a friendly in November 2010 in Doha. Argentina won 1-0 with Messi scoring the goal. And then the FIFA World Club Cup final, where Barcelona beat Santos 4-0 to win the World Championship of Club Football. 2 goals by Messi in that match. So
temper starting to flare a little bit. Red
uh-oh.
card.
Oh, that's not good.
As Pocho Lavezzi is going to get sent off.
And that's another reason why I think Milito should be on the team instead of him.
And now this is not the way. A match that has been just absolutely enjoyable to watch. Not the way it wants to be ended. Marcelo will get sent off as well. And really putting a dapper on this particular match.
It's a shame that it ended like this. Lavezzi and Marcelo, 2 players known for being volatile with their tempers. You've seen Marcelo, especially in Clásicos against Barcelona, lose his poise and with some hard tackles there. And that time Lavezzi hitting Marcelo in the face. And that's why, even though this is a quote-unquote friendly, a match between these 2 teams is never that, how should I say it, peaceful. There's always a lot of heat in between these 2 teams.
There's Ezequiel Lavezzi out, Marcelo as well. So the final few minutes, it's going to